What's up, little androids? SonicFanGal here, and welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be discussing something a little odd. It's going to be a different kind of video. So I am the author of Sonic X2, which is going to be this beginning of a new series. So with that being said, I'm going to explain how I got some of my characters. So the first character that I have, I'm going to reference as Jane Doe for the reason that I don't want people to know who she is yet. So this is Jane Doe. So nobody really knows her species and nobody really knows what her name is. Nobody also knows why she has only one eye. So let me explain why. I created her back when I was about 7 or 8. And at first, you know, back in the early 2000s, emo and goth were a big thing. So that's kind of one of the reasons I did it. I also created her to be thin, like really slim and skinny, because that's what I always wanted to look like. She's a very serious character. She's very conscientious, so to speak, very serious about anything at all. And I kind of made her that way because that was kind of like how I tried to be as a kid. I got the inspiration of her from Starfy, believe it or not. Starfy had this character on there, and I still cannot find who the character actually was, but it was a white cat. And it was a white cat that kind of looked the same as Katana, which was the ninja cat that was a guy that I always thought was a girl this whole time. But that's where I got my inspiration of her from. I made her into a lot of things, like a ton. So for Sonic X2, she is a young teenager. She's going through amnesia, having no idea who she is, and she meets the chameleon. So when did I create him, however? I created him back when I was a freshman in high school. I created him later on. I was having a big obsession with Freddy Krueger, which I always had an obsession with Freddy Krueger. I had a crush on the guy when I was 6 years old. So I created him sort of based off Freddy, but I didn't want him to be like, you know, a total copycat. So I made a few adjustments. I can't really give out his name either because it's per the book. So if you guys, you know, are interested in my characters, just keep reading to find out. I have a lot of other OCs that I use, a ton of others. I don't know if people still actually create Sonic OCs or not. I don't know. I mean, they did back when I was a kid. I mean, that's all people did. I mean, they did it like it was nothing. So I created these characters when I was a kid as well. I didn't really become an official Sonic fan until I was 7 or 8. Like, I do have other fandoms that I like, but Sonic's will always stick out to me because that was like my childhood. It was something that actually helped me into coming out into the world, actually making friends, socializing. I mean, I use it a lot, and I will always hold that whole franchise deep into my heart because it made me, pretty much. Because I was a loner growing up, a big loner. Like, nobody wanted to talk to me. And I know this probably sounds really stupid and sad, but everyone has their own likes and dislikes. Whether it's for characters in anime, characters in shows, characters in movies, and we all try to adapt after them. It's just a common trait. It's just a thing. So with my OCs, with Jane Doe's style, she went by the term Amanda Lloyd. Now, where I got the names from, because in the book she lists that it's from Amanda's from a show called Figure It Out, and Lloyd is from Christopher Lloyd from the Back to the Future series. So that's what she said her name was from in the book. This is what I'm saying. So I got the name Amanda from a friend that I knew in high school. I really loved her as a friend. She was a lot of fun to hang around, and so I got the name Amanda from her. And the Lloyd part, I guess I did get from Christopher Lloyd because I really like the actor. He's a really cool dude. So that's where I get that from. A lot of people probably haven't really read my book. So if you do want to check it out, it is on my Wattpad and it is called Sonic X2. It's been out since about August 21st. So it's been out for at least a month or more. A little synopsis of the story is, you know, Amanda loses her memory. She meets Espio, the chameleon. If people don't know who that is, I suggest looking at Teen Chaotix. And if you don't know who they are, why are you on this channel? But it's based on the Archie comics. So like Liza, Valdez, they're part of Sega, or at least the Archie comics part. Anyway, I didn't make those characters. I did create a character by the name of Med, which he was just kind of like one of those standoffish characters. Not like his personality was. It's basically where, okay, you just create someone for the background. That's pretty much it. But aside from that, my book is a graphic novel. It's got a playlist. If you're looking for a good Sonic story or a good Espio the Chameleon story, if you are a fan of Espio, read my book. It's pretty something. Plus, I worked 4 hours. I literally drew about 250 photos in the span of 2 weeks. And I edited, I did everything. Like, yeah, I definitely did all that in the span of 2 weeks. And I drew from morning to at least 3-4 a.m. at night. And that's including like a job too. So I was definitely working my butt off for this story. But overall, I did enjoy creating it. It was a lot of fun. It was something that I hadn't done in a while. Like, I know a lot of people have loved my Your Boyfriend fanfiction, which I'm glad about, don't get me wrong. I love that people love my book. I love that people would love any of my books. So believe me, I'm happy about that. But Sonic is my passion. Sonic's where it's at. That's my username. And I know people, for some reason, still think I'm a guy. I'm not. I don't know if this is any more obvious that I'm a female, but I am.
So I'm not a guy. I'm a cisgender woman.
Alright. I mean, I really enjoyed doing this. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed creating the character a long time ago. And I enjoy, you know, actually giving her an actual personality, an actual everything. Because growing up, I kind of used her in some things, not a lot. Because to me, it was just a character I just kind of made it for the edginess or something. But as I got older, I was like, you know, it would be cool if this was a plan or something. So I've been working on this since at least high school. So as long as I can remember, I know I've been working on this project. And I am so ecstatic to show people what my characters are. I mean, I can't wait to just show the world what I can do and what I've done with my works. So when I was first on Wattpad, I was just a reader. I didn't actually write anything. And so I decided to, as I got a little older, I was like, you know, maybe I should just write a few things here and there. And I mean, they were big projects, but not really like big projects. And you know, I always wanted to go on the big screen. I always wanted to be a film director, but due to a lot of issues in my personal life, like not being able to go to the college that I wanted to, my dream college, not being able to have the means of transportation to go to said college. It really took a big hit to my ego. So it really hurt me back then, and I can remember I was so disappointed and upset because like I had created a script, I created all this stuff, and it went down the toilet for me. So I'm like, you know what? I like writing. I've always liked writing. So that's what I've been doing. And I'm also an artist. I mean, I know I'm not the best artist in the world, but I mean, at least you can tell what stuff is. Just saying. So I think that's pretty much it here with my characters. So if you would like to read Sonic X2, be sure you check out my Wattpad, and also just be sure you're 16 plus, because there are some things in there that I feel would be more appropriate for an older, mature audience than if you were a kid. So if you are under 16, just read at your own risk. I would rather you not read it, but I can't really stop you. I can't sit there and say, no, you're not allowed on there. I can't do that. I mean, just read at your own risk. And if you are older than 16, good for you. So a lot of the scenes I made were pretty original, and stuff that I made were also references to other things. So if you got those references, hardy har. I'm excited for this, and I really, really hope that people enjoy my work. I do try. This has been one of my biggest dreams since I was a kid, and I love doing it. I love making videos. I love writing. I love singing on TikTok. Yes, I have a TikTok, but it's just me doing covers, really. It's not like it's anything. It's just me singing. But I've always wanted to do stuff like this. It's always been a thing of mine growing up. And I also wanted to be a film director, but that was thrown down the toilet. So, I mean, you got options, I guess. Alright guys, so if you did like this video, be sure you just hit the like button. Also be sure you subscribe, because I'm trying to get up to 600 subs. Be sure you also check out my other pages, because I've got other content that you guys might want to check out. Also, be sure you read my books. Remember to just read Sonic X2 if you are interested. I mean, it's cool. I'm going to get off here. I love you, little androids. God bless. And remember, this isn't goodbye forever. This is just goodbye for now. Bye.